Almost every hour of this program is a double feature. Now we once again join everyone's favorite train-stopping titan in the next adventure of Roscoe Taylor, the Tallahassee Queen, brought to you by KZSM.org. Tonight's episode, a particularly perilous trip with Don Peyote. As our tale begins, Checkers Justice and Roscoe Taylor are traveling through an arid patch of land in Nevada. Buttes of various size pepper the sandy horizon around our two adventurers.
In the desert once again, eh, old buddy?
Uh-huh. When I signed up for a wild western adventure, I forgot just how much of the country was deserty.
At least we aren't thirsty this time.
And at least Fiddle Faddle wasn't anywhere, bugging us.
That little fairy was such a pain in the butt.
Speaking of butts, look at all these ones around us.
What?
The butts.
Buttes.
Buttes?
Buttes.
Oh, please don't ever tell any about this.
Your secret is safe with me.
Anyway, look at all these buttes. They're kind of majestic, right?
Yeah, big towering chunks of rock. They look kind of cool.
What's that up on the butte closest to us? Does that look like...
A guy? Yeah, sort of, and it looks like he's on a horse. How did he get way up there?
I don't know.
Halt, or face my wrath!
High above them, atop the nearest butte, there was an old bearded man wearing what looked to be metal armor of some kind. The strange man whipped his horse bridle, and they leaped off into the air towards our heroes. They were falling fast and didn't appear to have a plan or a chance at survival once they reached the ground.
Whoa, that guy's gonna die!
What the heck? When he lands, him and his horse are gonna splatter everywhere. What was he thinking? Checkers, put me up into the air. I gotta save this lunatic.
Done. Yeah!
Checkers kicked Roscoe high up into the air. The flying tween whipped his lasso around the falling man's horse, and then he grabbed his extra-tall cowboy hat and held it up into the air, filling it up and enacting his trusty hat parachute maneuver.
Unhand me, you miscreant!
Oh, just shut up and hold on.
They landed gracefully, and as soon as their feet touched the sandy ground, this mystery man pulled out a long, sharp lance and pointed it at the Tallahassee tween.
Whoa, calm down.
You shall not tell me to calm down! Do you know who I am?
Sorry, Gramps, we've never met you before. I'd remember running into an old conquistador-looking feller, especially an ungrateful one. My friend here just saved your hide.
I am a knight errant, the world-famous Don Peyote!
Who?
Don Peyote! Righter of wrongs and slayer of fiends!
Well, Mr. Peyote, I'm Roscoe and this is Checkers. We don't want to fight you, I just wanted to help you stay in one piece.
My trusty steed, Resonante, is the mightiest steed on earth. He wouldn't have been harmed by the impact of our fall.
I don't know about that one, man. That horse is even older than you. He looks pretty close to the grave already.
How dare thee, talking horse! If I were a lesser man, I would attack you this very instant.
Oh yeah?
Yeah! But as you two are not knights errant, it would be unnoble of myself to best you in battle.
Dude, I tried to save your life. We aren't enemies.
Really?
Really. We're do-gooders too. Maybe not knights, but Checkers and I travel the West fighting bad guys and helping people out.
Oh, then you have my apologies.
What's your deal?
I am trying to bring back the legacy of Spain's knights of old. I aim to slay any beast that come my way, to fight the impossible fight.
Spain? Aren't you a little lost? We're in Nevada right now.
Yeah, this is cowboy territory. Not really the place for a knight to go adventuring. You might want to try Europe.
And that is exactly the problem. You two may be of the friendly sort, but most cowboys have no honor, no code. They are lawless gunslingers, and they bring chaos wherever they go.
So far, you seem like a pretty chaotic guy.
If that is your impression of me, it may be on account of your diet.
What?
I've been eating a rare cactus exclusively for 60 years. It was heightened my senses and helped me recognize the true state of our world.
Cactus? What kind?
It's called Peyote. I have taken it as my last name to honor the impact it's had on my life. If you two think I am chaotic, then you are gravely mistaken. I am one of the few sane people alive today.
Is that right?
Yes, thanks to all the peyote I eat. I would suggest you try some.
I don't know. I haven't liked the taste of cactus in the past.
The taste is hardly the important part of this miracle plant, my young friend.
Okay, if you insist.
Roscoe, you shouldn't take food from strangers, especially not ones who wear medieval armor and insult you.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
That was my tummy grumbling. I guess it's been a while since we've eaten. Oh, what the heck, I changed my mind. Let's eat.
Don Peyote pulled out 2 round buttons of peyote out from his saddlebag. Roscoe and Checkers bit into the plant and reacted to the bitter, crunchy taste.
This tastes terrible.
Oh, give it time, my friends. Give it time.
Ugh, nasty. Don't you have any better tasting cactus in those bags or water? I need something to wash the taste out of my mouth.
It's time that I sally off, gentlemen. Wink, wink. I am on an important quest.
A quest?
Yes? I've heard tell that there is a giant destroying the nearby town of Las Vegas. I must put an end to the beast at once.
A giant? That's terrible. We'll help you. Checkers and I have taken out our fair share of monsters.
Very well. I appreciate your help. Now, Rosinante, away!
This guy is a weirdo, Roscoe.
Yeah, he sure is.
The party traveled to the nearby town of Las Vegas, which at this point in time was not the large metropolis and tourist attraction that we know today. No, Las Vegas in the 1800s was just a small western town like any other. As they approached the city, Don Peyote pointed his lance to a large water tower that was erected on the other side of town.
There! I knew it! There is the giant we must slay!
What? That's not a giant. That's a water tower.
You do not see it in its true form, my young friend. There must be a sorcerer nearby. They must have cast a spell to disguise this monster. I will vanquish it at once! Huzzah!
Don Peyote whipped the reins and his old horse struggled to gallop towards the water tower, leaving Roscoe and Checkers standing in the street, confused.
Hey, Roscoe,
Yeah, Checkers?
do you feel, different?
Huh? What do you mean?
Look at your hands.
What? Whoa.
Right? My hooves are wiggling, but I'm not moving them.
I have so many veins. Did I always have this many veins?
As our heroes stare at their limbs, the peyote begins to take effect. Checkers starts to shiver. He's suddenly freezing cold. Roscoe looks up into the distance and sees the street melt. They're both completely forgotten about Don Peyote, and they're tripping balls.
Are you cold? I'm cold.
This isn't normal.
Ugh, what's going on?
Do you see that wolf?
What?
A black wolf walks up to him. His eyes are glowing with a soft green hue. Somehow, he doesn't seem dangerous, Roscoe thinks. He seems like a friend.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Who are you?
I have many names. You can call me Terry.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, Terry.
Nice to meet you as well.
Do you know what's happened to us? I can't stop chattering my teeth.
And I think the desert is breathing.
Everything is fine, boys. The situation is under control. You two are having a psychedelic experience.
Psychedelic? How do you mean?
You ingested a whole bunch of peyote earlier. Things are gonna get wild for the next couple hours, but it's all gonna be okay.
Has my hat always been this tall?
What's your deal, Terry? Why does it feel like I know you?
This isn't the first time we've met, Checkers, and it won't be the last.
What?
In a past life, we were friends. In another time, we'll be the same person.
Huh?
I've looked into the eyes of Cowboy God, and she was crying.
What?
Man, thank goodness my head is so big. If it was any smaller, my hat would fall down over my face. It would swallow me up. Then I'd be lost.
Terry, you're kind of blowing my mind here, man.
Open your mind, Checkers. Tell me what you hear.
Yes, sir. Can do.
Lost in my hat. Lost in my hat. My hat.
As Checkers talks to Terry and attempts to open his mind, Roscoe tugs his cowboy hat down around his head, pulling his face into the tall brim. Then, he laid down on the ground and tried to get as deep into the hat as he could.
It just keeps on going. It never stops.
Terry, I think I can hear the ocean.
Good. What does it say?
It says goodbye.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Who can say? Only the ocean.
As Terry stands up on his hind legs, he pets Checkers' mane, and he's overcome with a warm sense of ease. Some passersby on the street watch with confusion at the three before walking away. Suddenly, they hear a yell from the other end of town.
Have at you, foul beast! Take that!
What? Don Peyote. What's he doing to that water tower?
He's broken one of the 4 legs it's standing on, Checkers. The tower's gonna fall down soon if you can't help it.
Yeah, you better go stop him. Somebody is liable to get hurt.
Where? I can't see anything.
You gotta take your head out of the hat, buddy.
Oh, right. Wow, it is so bright out here. The air tastes like air.
Terry, will I always feel this way?
No, it will fade. You two must act quickly. Hurry. Stop that man.
Okay, Mr. Wolf.
Are you going to come with us?
I cannot help you, my friend, for I am not of this world.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Let's go, Roscoe. We gotta stop that fool from crushing everybody.
Checkers.
Yeah?
One thing before you go. Don't think about the fact that horses can't talk.
What?
I said, do not think about the fact that horses can't talk. Oh no, it's as I feared. I've said too much.
Checkers, let's go. It's wobbling. I think it's about to fall.
Oh no! How will our heroes get out of this pickle? Will they stop Don Peyote from destroying the town water tower? Will they sober up in time to save the day? Will Checkers be able to talk again? Does Terry the Wolf really exist? Will the Beatles be mad that we're using their sitar instrumental on a comedy radio show? Half of them won't. As for the other questions, there's only one way to find out. Listen to this short commercial break. Welcome back to Roscoe Taylor, the Tallahassee Tween. Now let's get back to the action. When we left off, Roscoe and Checkers were tripping hard on Peyote. They were really feeling it. They talked to a wolf, it was crazy. Now they need to stop Don Peyote, an old knight who's deep-fried his brain from destroying the Las Vegas water tower. Will they be successful? Let's find out.
Checkers, we're almost there.
As the two arrive at the base of the water tower, one of the 4 metal legs has buckled on account of Don Peyote's lance blows. Speaking of Don, he's swinging his lance wildly at another leg, as mad as ever.
Hiya! Hiya! Take that, and a few of these!
Don, stop!
Huh?
You're gonna hurt somebody. Stop!
If it isn't that young cowboy and his horse, I'd forgotten about you. Help me destroy this giant's leg, quickly!
That's not a giant's leg. You're beating up a metal pole. You are high.
No, I am not. Not yet, but I soon will be. Hiya!
Don Peyote jumped as high as he could and wrapped his body around the leg. He began climbing as quickly as he could, trying to reach the top of the tower.
If you two will not help me take off this monster's legs, then I'll just have to stab it in the eyes.
This guy... Checkers, give me that lasso, will ya? Thanks. Hey, you sound different. Anyways, we gotta get to work. Yeah!
Roscoe threw out his lasso and roped the buckling leg. Then he stared at his hands for a minute. Then he tied the other end of the rope to a nearby light pole to keep it secured. Checkers attempted to speak. He wasn't successful. Don had finally reached the top of the tower, and he plunged his lance straight down into the top of the water tank, making a hole in the roof of it.
Persistent bugger, aren't ye? Well, if I stab in the eyes, it won't end you. Maybe poison will. No magical giant can withstand the effects of my cactuses. Prepare to die.
Don grabbed his saddlebag with the intention of pouring all of his peyote into the water tower.
Oh no, he's gonna contaminate the tower's water supply. Then everybody will feel like we're feeling. Checkers, buck me into the air, like you did earlier. It's the only way.
With a mighty buck, Roscoe flew up to the top of the tower to stop the dastardly Don. As he flew through the air, Roscoe thought about how the concept of a water tower is strange. Like, why do they need to put all the water up in the air? Why not put it underground? Anyways, once he landed on top of the tower, Don Peyote turned and looked at them with a glare.
Stop! You don't know what you're doing. We're both on drugs.
Ha! I see the sorcerer has put you under his spell. Now we must duel.
Huh?
Don unbuckled a dagger off his belt and tossed it to Roscoe.
The valiant Don Peyote does not fight an unarmed man. Take that dagger and give me your all. Hiya!
As the two dueled, Roscoe felt a rush of adrenaline. So much so that he felt the peyote begin to wear off. He was sobering up.
Whoa, my hands look real again. And you're normal sized. Here goes nothing.
With two quick swings, a duck, and a sharp lunge, the newly sane Roscoe knocked Don Peyote off his balance. He wobbled to and fro before Roscoe pushed him as hard as he could.
Ah!
Fell off the tower. Roscoe threw out his lasso and snagged him by the arm. He fastened the knot down to a bolt on the roof of the tower, ensuring that the dangling Don wasn't going anywhere.
Curse you!
Whatever. You're going to jail, buddy. And hopefully rehab.
Roscoe parachuted down to the ground to meet Checkers.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, pal. I can talk again. Oh, I guess that stuff is worn off.
I tied up Don. He's all taken care of.
Great work. I'm glad that's all sorted out.
Hey, look. It's Terry.
Sure enough, Terry the wolf appeared off in the distance, atop a large butte. He looked deep into Checkers' eyes, deep into his soul, and he smiled. Then he faded into the whistling wind, disappearing altogether.
Whoa. Hey, Roscoe.
Yeah?
I think I still feel something, actually.
Yeah?
And with that, our broadcast comes to a close. Make sure to tune in next week at 9 p.m. to hear the climactic final broadcast of everyone's favorite train-saving, trip-having child, Roscoe Taylor, the Tallahassee Tween. Tonight's episodes were brought to you by KZSM.org, True Community Radio. Sam Pierce played Roscoe Taylor. Mitchell Oden played Checkers Justice. Max Foster played Train Conductor Tom and Don Peyote. Jordan Pilkenton played Terry the Wolf. He also worked as the audio producer for our program. This show is written and directed by me, Garrett Buss. I played the narrator. Coming up after this is an episode of Swamp Gas That Goes at 10 that's so fine you're going to have to drink some wine, so be sure to stay tuned. From all of us here in the Wild Wild West, thank you and good night.